Hello, Mr. Ivan. How your mood is today?
Thanks, I'm good. How are you?
Just chilling. Tell me, please, about your project about dance and food, live food.
Well, thanks for asking. I really want to talk about this because, right now I live in Ukraine. I live in Lviv, Ukraine, and with everything that's happening here now, it's of course quite eventful, and also I'd say it's filled with some special kind of energy. And the thing you're asking is this new project that I'm starting, and it's called Live Dance. And I want to talk about this because you see, we do these video recordings mainly in Ukrainian, and because the largest audience that we have is, of course, local people who want to know about live food and also about the dance activities that I do. But also I have lots of friends abroad because I used to live for a long time in Canada and also in Europe. And so basically most of my adult life I spent living overseas in North America, in Canada. And so I still obviously have many friends there, and I know the people there, and I love the people there, and I want to share everything about my life with them, with my friends, and also attract new people into the audience, because it's important for me to share with people what is my life about. I love to be a public person because it's sort of my personality, but if you can help me with some questions, like what exactly do you want me to tell people about this project, I can start answering this.
What live food mean to you?
What live food means to me?
Don't say everything.
No, it's not everything, because actually it's not everything. It's I'll start with live food means to me a lot, and well, how it started is I had some issues with my health before. Starting from when I was very young as a kid, and when I was a young adult, I had eczema that I would wake up and I would scratch my body, and I would have blood underneath my fingernails because it was so itchy. And I was prescribed some ointment by a professor in Canada, and he said that this condition gonna be with me for the rest of my life. And when I learned about what I consider now live food or this special lifestyle, I did a cleanse, and I switched to vegan diet, and what I consider healthy vegan diet. And suddenly this problem went away in 2 weeks and never came back. Only once when I overtrained physically in the gym. I sort of exhausted myself, so to recover I started eating some animal products, and surprisingly this eczema thing started to come back, and then it sort of scared me so much that I started look for other solutions, and so I found solutions in vegan diet and most recently in raw vegan diet. And so, but that's sort of what triggered live food in my life. And also I had depression, I had issues with anxiety that also I had a huge relief from them due to this lifestyle. And so live food, it means to me food that gives me life, and it could have different meanings. It doesn't mean just raw vegan food, for example, okay, but it may have different sort of meanings. For example, this microbiome that lives inside of us, he can take the food that is cooked, for example, and also can by doing some transformation, biochemical processes or microbiological processes, it can make it more alive. It can synthesize some important nutrition factors, for example, some amino acids or some vitamins or coenzymes, and in that way that food also can be more alive. But mainly for me, live food means food that gives life. gives me more energy to dance, gives me more energy to communicate with people, gives me more energy to live in this environment that right now is quite challenging, to be honest. Yes, we are in one of the most safe cities in Ukraine, but still there are rockets coming here. There is lots of misplaced people here. There's lots of military, also wounded people. You see lots of, especially in the hospitals, where I often visit my relatives, for example, or even help some people wounded. And so it's challenging to live in this stressful environment. But this gives me the energy, gives me the stamina, and not just live, but actually enjoy this life and keep dancing.
What dance mean to you?
And for this, I definitely gonna say that now dance for me is everything, and I'm not kidding about this. I'm saying absolutely seriously, because I like this idea of how do I call them, these parameters. I call them integral parameters. What I mean by that, so there are some parameters that are that require so many different factors to come together, and to come together right in right combination for that for the fruition of that factor. So, for example, one of those factors is, for example, sleep. Sleep can be ruined by so many things, and I can tell it because I did somnology professionally. I practice this type of medicine, and I know that so many factors. For example, food has influence on sleep, stress level, work, sex, personal life. Many temperature, sleeping conditions. So many factors have to come together in order for the person to sleep well. And of course, we can be more resilient to some factors if other factors are taken care of. So, for example, if we are young and we had good food, we can maybe sleep in colder condition. But all of those factors have to come together. So for me, this dance is one of those integral parameters. So when people dance, when I dance, when I have extra energy, when I have not just energy to live my life, but you can see a bird will sing when it has this extra energy, okay, so that it can spare and share with everybody. So for me, dance is everything, in the meaning that when I have my full life, in personal part, in sort of private part, in my professional work, in some social aspect, in everything, environment, when all of that comes together, and I still have additional energy that I can spend, that I go on a dance ball, and especially I love, of course, I love social dances when you dance with a partner. So that gives me extra pleasure, and this interaction with the partner is so tremendous, and the dance interaction with music, with yourself. So that's why I can tell that dance is everything in my life right now.
Do you know what is elevator pitch?
Yes, I do know. Yeah.
Can you do elevator pitch about how you can be useful in context of dance and live food?
Elevator pitch is usually something that you can say in maybe 30 seconds or 1 minute to a complete stranger. I never thought about this, but thank you for. So if I would meet someone in the elevator and they would ask me, like, what do you do, and how do you do, and why do you do what you do now, I would say that live food gave me so much energy, and dance brought me so much pleasure in my life, that now I'm so excited about this that I share this with everyone that I meet if they have this request for this information. And so I'm not a young person, okay, I'm already in some age, but this live food and dance and this lifestyle gives me so much energy. So I live now, I dance with people usually half of my age. If you go to my club that's just around the corner here, one of the biggest dancing clubs in Lviv, that's what you will see. So if you want to have your life, if you want to have your life back, if you want to have more energy to live, if you want to enjoy life to the fullest, hey, open for yourself live food, open to yourself live dance, and that would be my elevator speech.
Okay, thank you for your answers. And,
okay.
If you say about questions, if people have to ask some.
Yeah, so I'm going to add some things before sort of telling people about the questions. But again, the main thing is that that right now I live in Lviv, Ukraine, which is a beautiful city. There are a couple dancing clubs here that I frequent. I dance usually Monday, Thursday. We have classes. Then Friday usually either private lessons or they could be before classes. And I'm not saying to pitch you to come to our club because usually if you hear this in English, so maybe you're somewhere abroad, etc. No, I'm saying this about this lifestyle that you can live, and so if you're interested in dance, I'm dancing kizomba and dancing Brazilian zouk. In addition to that, by the way, Misha, who is asking these questions, he's a salsa teacher, one of my favorite teachers. I love his classes, and also I started to dance bachata, which is a more popular dance, but I'm more sort of entrenched in kizomba and Brazilian zouk. And I also do these lectures now, or video interview about live food, and I sort of promote this to people, this lifestyle. So if you want to know more, you can ask me more questions about this. So technically I am what people call raw vegan, and so I told you about the styles of dance that I dance. And so if you have any questions, I don't like just to pitch to people, say something that I want to say. I want to have some feedback. So what I would appreciate, if you have any questions about this, if it resonates with you, just sort of send, whatever you see this video on social media or whatever, just either send me a private note or just underneath where you see this video, just type your question. I'll be answering them if there is some request in the following videos. Thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best. Greetings from Ukraine, and cheers.